What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and not my channel, but the Act Man's channel is under attack. Now, I know a lot of people have been requesting the topic, to cover this particular topic to cover, and that is him versus another, in my opinion, the lunatic behavior of another YouTuber. But things have just gotten far worse for him, and I want to kind of extend my hand and my audience to try and help, to try and apply pressure to YouTube to reconsider this conversation, because banning him from the YouTube partnership program and demonetizing his channel seems totally bizarre. Totally like when he initially tweeted about it, I thought, well, this obviously is a mistake. If you've been following the Act Man, his particular saga, he essentially had another YouTuber who goes by the name of Quantum TV, who didn't like that he memed on a bad take that he had, essentially. It was like a hot take about Elden Ring. And this guy, Quantum TV, who, again, seems to have some real mental issues, doxed him or found out his personal information and called his mother to tattle on him. He did, I mean, like the definition, okay, of targeted harassment between creators. And what happened was YouTube sided with the doxer. You know, and it's actually insane. And so before we get through what's going on currently, it wasn't that long ago that he talked about the dark age of YouTube, just released on June 2nd, talking about how everything was, how YouTube had decided to go against him, even though he had a mountain of evidence. And it was just removed, like, I don't know, a few minutes ago, for whatever reason. And you see here, the verdict on Quantum TV is in. It's a dark day for YouTube. New video drops tomorrow. The Act Attorney wins every case. So he had initially, this is his statement: I can confirm that after conducting what they say was a thorough investigation, YouTube has found that Quantum TV is 100% innocent of all charges and they will take no action against him. By making this decision, YouTube is effectively saying that the abuse of the copyright ID tool and DMCA takedowns will never be punished, no matter how extensive. Copyright strikes are apparently a weapon anyone can use against other creators to threaten their channels and their livelihood. You will face no repercussions for committing perjury and filing fraudulent claims meant to harass others. They were unwilling to investigate anything that is not a current active YouTube link, even if the evidence had all been archived on the Wayback Machine. To me, this means you can break any and all of YouTube's community guideline rules as long as you delete the evidence before they can investigate. YouTube has taken the stance that hate speech and wishing bad things on protected communities is perfectly fine as long as you delete the evidence. Their policies on, quote, external links is null and void. And you can link your audience to whatever hate speech you wish. Well, I don't know. The only strike I have on this channel is for linking to a Kotaku article. YouTube Quantum TV has objectively violated countless rules, guidelines, terms of service, and therefore needs to be removed from the platform permanently. There is no debate. There's only your complacence and inaction. He harassed other content creators on the platform for the last 4 years and will continue to do that until you do something about it. This is after, YouTube partner program writes, "Hi, Ackman. I understand the urgency and appreciate the patience while our specialist team is working through it, and they don't find anything." This guy is like, first of all, the DMCA abuse is ridiculous, and it's just the state of things on YouTube. This was on May 31st. So then the Act Man releases a video talking about everything. And last night, the dark age of YouTube was just taken down from YouTube. And it would appear that he has no other strikes. It was simply a warning. Now, they didn't say anything why it was taken down. And then to make things worse, and this is like every YouTuber's worst nightmare, it takes so long to build up an audience. He writes, my YouTube partner just reached out to me to inform me at some point I will be removed from YouTube partnership program and my channel will be completely demonetized. I'm going to continue working with my partner on this matter. All video plans will be put on hold. If you wish to share your feedback, which I'm doing right now, on the thoughts of the matter, please do in constructive and responsible ways. And many people thought that this is because of this Quantum TV guy. After having some time to think, I do not believe Quantum TV is behind the recent removal of my video and demonetization of other videos. Nobody deserves to be condemned under false charges, even Quantum. I stand by every other accusation I've levied against him and firmly believe he needs to be removed from the platform. Although I risked my channel and my life's work of the last 7 years by saying this, it is not Quantum that is the problem. There is severe corruption happening at YouTube. That is my firm belief. I could not live with myself if I did not speak truth on the matter. This is a gut feeling I have. My brother was doxxed during all of this and harassed by a mysterious phone number claiming to be Quantum, but it wasn't him. I continue to put my family in jeopardy by fighting for the justice that I believe in, and I cannot do that anymore. Today I will post what may likely be my last video on YouTube before I am removed. Whether I am banned or not, I must take a break from YouTube. I have had time to reevaluate my priorities in life and have spent 7 years working on the Act Man. I think it's time I worked on Kelly and Kelly's family. I hope there is a channel to come back to, but if there isn't, at the very least, I will have had the chance to say goodbye. Please carry the torch of the revolution in my absence. Continue fighting for a better YouTube. Copyright abuse must not be tolerated. Hate speech must not be tolerated. Threatening, we don't agree that hate speech is a thing, but whatever. I still stand with him. We've had some very kind conversations in DMs. He alluded to the fact that, we may not, our audiences may not match up. He seems to do really nice long form content. I don't know why that wouldn't be the case. Maybe he's like more left leaning. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me what somebody's political opinions are. This person works extraordinarily hard on their videos. And clearly has a massive audience with views, most of his videos averaging about 1 million views. The idea that he would be removed from YouTube is absolutely absurd to me. I don't even understand how this would even come about. And I'm going to obviously tweet at Team YouTube politely and ask them to review this. Again, screaming at them, calling them names doesn't do anything. He said, I don't know if the channel will be mysteriously taken down in the near future, but if it does, it's been an honor. I want to make it clear that I'm not at war with YouTube. I'm deeply frustrated, however. If YouTube believes my videos violated the guidelines, they have full rights to take it down. We are in communications and hope we could get a solution. I don't understand on what grounds this dude's channel would be subject to being removed. You see this video, World at War is actually a masterpiece. It looks like this video, he seems to be getting mass flagged. I think that's, that video is flagged with 1.5 million views.
It's always a great...
This video seems fine. But, it's really bizarre. Like, this has to be a mistake. Like, YouTube, you have to fix this. I've seen this before where channels use a lot of for example, if they have a static background and they talk about, it's a different show, for example, every time, but they have a static background. Or like VTubers, for example. They have like a static background, right? Or sometimes. And YouTube will say that, oh, this content is all too similar, so we're going to demonetize your channel. And then they always fix that. though. They always fix that. They don't turn around and ban him. This guy's channel is 100% above board. You know, he's happy. I will tell him privately, but I will say this publicly. I'm happy to connect him with my lawyer who deals with YouTube all the time. You may know him. He is a half Asian super lawyer who goes by the name Bill Richmond. You may know him from Steven Crowder. You may know him from Fighting YouTube. Again, he has connection to YouTube. I will make, a connection if the Act Man wants. I don't like to see that he seems to be giving up. He seems to be overwhelmed. He seems to be, you know, and I totally understand it. Like, YouTube says they care about the mental health of their viewers and their creators, but like, this stuff is completely unacceptable. It makes zero sense. Like, in what world are you justifying banning this guy? There's nothing on his channel that appears to be violative of any kind of any kind of content that would be forbidden off YouTube. It does not seem that there's any content that, you know, is repetitive or anything like that. This seems to be reactionary to perhaps a video that somebody at YouTube didn't like. Somebody at YouTube, you know, took personally. That's not what this is supposed to be. Now, I don't have a YouTube partner, which is ridiculous because the amount of money I must make them every year, but he does. I do know people inside of YouTube, in which I will immediately after this video send them, you know, WTF and see if there's something I can help with. But if you want to help, I think just encouraging the Act Man to know that we have this community has his back and that we will fight to make sure that his channel is preserved. I don't want him to give up. I don't want him to be discouraged. And then maybe the Act Man and I can have a conversation, you know, about alt tech. We could talk about getting his videos up on Rumble, Odyssey, and BitChute. I'm happy to help him do all of that if he doesn't have time. I'm happy to help him get up on, you know, a Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey. Who else is there? Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey. These are the three main ones. He needs to insulate himself. Now, the reality is, a channel of his size, this is his living, and he's not going to be able to duplicate that on alt tech. But also, if he has some sort of, if you're a viewer of his and he has like a Patreon or a Subscribe Star or something like that, please consider backing him, because his videos add a ton of value to YouTube. And, you know, if he gets demonetized, maybe we can at least, you know, keep his bills paid. I don't know him personally, but I'm willing to fight for him and to stand with him against this unjust decision by YouTube. YouTube's got to fix this.